what's going on? It's Marley here from shoes.co, and today I'm here with, I didn't get your name.
My name is Ben Jones.
I'm here with Ben Jones, and we're going to talk about Tiny Keep, which is looking absolutely fantastic. So just to start off, tell us a little bit about the game.
Tiny Keep is a basic sort of roguelike game. It's instead of a simple 2D sort of face of it, we've taken out a lot of the stat munching and those sort of aspects of it and made it into a 3D, hopefully more user-friendly game.
So a bit more appealing from a visual aspect to the masses, sort of like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's sort of taking on those low poly graphics and the hand painted styles that you used to get in things like Warcraft 3 before it became the whole MMO sort of scene. They're made by Matthias of BitGem fame, who had these graphics beforehand, and we just sort of came along and saw it, and we instantly fell in love.
We'll have one of these and we'll use that in our game.
We'll take 6 of these and we'll take them to go. I mean, before it was a very simple 2D game, and it was just me and Fee. 3 years ago, it was me and Fee messing around on a computer, doing a multiplayer sort of punching around. It's changed a lot since then.
So, as a core concept, what is it? It started out as a 2D roguelike. I want to say Binding of Isaac, kind of just as a throw, just because that's the only game I can.
Not even as intense as that. It was literally just 2 guys in armor, and we were pushing a block around because the concept was so low. I mean, it's evolved into something which is a lot more personable and a lot more flexible, basically.
So I imagine as the adventure, you spawn in as this little cutesy small poly character, and you're running around. You pick up gear, fight more monsters, travel down throughout a dungeon, and just see how far you get. Is that?
That's kind of it, except you're not the main character, and a lot of the games you're a main character where you walk into a room and the zombies are standing there like this, sort of swaying backwards and forwards and waiting for you to come along and kill them. In this one, firstly, we've ruled out zombies. That is a big thing. Like, we're so sick of zombies in most games, so we've taken those out, but they're all in their own ecosystem. So the humans will attack the skeletons, and the skeletons will attack the humans and the other prisoners, and you are just a prisoner. And so if you are further away from the other monsters, they will attack those instead. And also the items are spawned in such a way that they're randomly generated and they change your own stats, but not in such a way that you can become a god amongst all the other monsters. You are still just a guy that's there.
So in essence, like, each engagement is its own engagement. Like, you're sort of you find weapons that will make you equally as strong as another character, but then you have to sort of situationally fight them. You can walk around whilst they're fighting each other, like.
That's precisely it. I mean, a lot of it, we've done it as a balancing system as opposed to a plus system. So if your attack goes up higher, then your speed might go down lower. And so it's this balancing aspect, so you never become like a godlike sort of being, and it's basically like becoming a mage, becoming a thief, becoming a soldier, what have you. It's just all the same, but it's just been balanced slightly differently.
So it's really fine-tuned on the point of, if you're going to be a mage, your health is gone, and you're going to be powerful, but you have to know how to do it well, and be careful how you use the spells, and like, so you really sort of take on the role-playing element, and in that essence, it sounds like something completely different. Because playing indie games, you see a roguelike a week at this point, like another one, you just roll through a dungeon, you get deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's fun and it's interesting and they're nice pixel graphics a lot of the time, but this way it's a much different experience, much more new.
A lot of it is usually stat munching, so you've got like, a plus 17 sword, and you've got like, you attack a zombie or whatever, happens to be a zombie, and you see the health propping up above it, and it's very much it draws you out of the game.
Satisfying, but done before.
It just takes you out of the immersion, and that's the problem. And so we want to really focus on the role-playing aspect of it. So there are no visible stats. Everything is sort of hinted at within the item description, but it's not given to you. So you don't see a plus 17 sword. You see this item makes you feel stronger, or something similar to that.
There was something I played recently, and I can't pinpoint what it was, but it had that exact similar, like, probably not exact, but similar concept, like. Legend of Dungeons. There you go.
I need to play that.
Yeah, right. So good. Wait, no, not it wasn't. I said Legend of Dungeon, and I think I meant the dungeoning as well.
The dungeoning.
It's just come out actually.
I really need to do my research.
Yeah, I know. This is what I do. But those kind of games, they have like kind of concepts where you pick up an item and you might pick up a ring, and it's like, oh, this ring is this, and this, and you have to judge by reading it
Sure.
whether it's good or not. Or you pick up a sword, it's a knight sword. Is it better than my scabby sword? You know, like.
Another thing that we've got to be careful of is putting too much text into a game. We really want to be able to just play through and just without stopping. And so a lot of the stuff that you would have shown in a tutorial, like, oh, you jump here to get over something, we are just showing it by blocking the doorway and giving the player the commands.
So a little bit of a more fluid sort of take into the game rather than just a block tutorial, now go.
Yeah, we precisely want to do it so that it is obvious to the player, but also so that you're not held up with loads of text screens. There is some text which is in the form of letters from the other prisoners that have escaped to sort of fill out the lore, but you can skip through that. But a lot of it, the core gaming functions are explained visually, mostly to sort of help people that either can't read or don't want to read, as is mostly the case with a lot of games. You just sort of click through loads of pages, and so we just want to make it simple and pure, really. So.
Well, I mean, especially from my point of view, I have 30 minutes to get a video done. I've got to get into the game, learn the game, and then make the video. Oh, 5 minutes of text. Great, it's really complicated, you know, like, and then I'm sat there for an hour trying to get into it, and it's by the time it's still a good game, but it can be a bit of a tedious process getting into it, and there's only so many really complex games you can play at once. You need some that are more fluid and just a little bit more relaxed to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, it both plays as like a very involved game, but also an arcade game in that you can sort of pick up and play, and that's really what we're looking for, is just to have that, you know, without the intro. I mean, as a Dungeons & Dragons player myself, I've played a lot of live games with other people, and it's really fun to play with other people, and you know, the problem is they're making up their own world, and sometimes the dungeon master gets really carried away, and he'll say, okay, this NPC has come from back here, and they came from this village, and their family was this, and like, there's a point where I really don't care, and I you know, if I wanted to find this lore, I could search for it within the game, and that's what it should be. You shouldn't be forcing these stories onto people; they should be able to find them out.
Nice little like hints that you can find around the place, you know, like Easter eggs.
Introductions to various dungeons are quotes from various sources. False historic sources that we made up. A lot of them are actually about food. It's partly because we're poor indie developers, and Fee cooks amazing food, but it's always sort of like they're saying, oh, imagine the quality of the bread crust on the surface, you know, as one of them, and basically it is just food all the way through. But there's other history besides that. Actually, no. Pretty much every single rule and war that's happened in this game is over food.
Well, I mean, like, if there was ever anything to fight over, like, you know.
Well, it definitely sort of speaks of it as a rare commodity in this world, but now that I think about it, I think everything is pretty much food-based. I might have to relook at that.
Might have to go make a few changes, you know.
Yeah, maybe get a meal before I write the next law.
Yeah, be well fed before you go into it, yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to add before we close here, or...?
Just that my role in it is as concept and mechanic gameplay design, and Fee has got the building for the program itself. We've got Jay, who's doing all the individual sounds, which are amazing. He's doing all the voice acting for a lot of it.
So there is voice acting?
Yeah, there's minor voice acting for the monsters, and there's major voice acting for the other player, other character, Maggie, who sort of explores the dungeon with you, and she's a stage actress who does a marvellous Scottish accent. So we've had her on, and Jay is from Manchester, so we've got these Mancunian guards coming through, but we've sort of altered it to change different areas, and I think one of the guards is going to be Cornish just because we can, it sounds really good, you know, it's the ooh sort of thing, and it's quite humorous when you got that going. We've also got Will Bedford doing the music, and as I said, Matthew's doing the BitGem stuff, and we've got someone else doing the modelling for the player, and unfortunately I can't remember his name, and I'm really sorry for...
Peter.
Yeah, that will do, but if you look on the website, it'll be there, but that's all
right, well, thank you very much. The game looks absolutely fantastic, probably one of the most interesting things I've seen in a long time.